Let's talk about building an ultimate overlanding rig under $40,000, which is expensive, but comparing to most of the build with similar capabilities, I believe it's affordable. Anyway, this is new to me, 99 Dodge Ram 2500 that I got off Marketplace for $9,000. There wasn't much done to the truck besides probably suspension. I went with Synergy linkage and Carly shocks. Also, I have brand new ball joints that just needed to be replaced. I think they're Moog. Beside that, we also have Team brand suspension on the rear that's helping a lot to balance the truck on the highway and keep it leveled. I love that part so much, and I felt real big difference, and especially it's great because I used to have airbags on my previous Ram, and with Team brand, you don't have to maintain them, you don't have to air up all the time. They do the job just phenomenal, keeping your truck leveled, less body roll. They are very easy to install, so you don't have to spend money on mechanic to do that. It's literally took me 10 minutes max. And the most important part, because I use truck as a truck a lot without a camper, they stay disengaged when the camper is off, when the truck is not loaded. So I love that part very much. I do have some plans working on performance side of the truck. I would say it feels like it's almost enough power to haul the 1,500 pound camper around. I did put a 4-inch Banks exhaust that I got off Marketplace for a couple $100, just simply because original one had some holes. Also, I had to replace the exhaust manifold because it had some holes, and now it seems like an exhaust part, at least something, we're pretty much done, and it does the job for now. Also, a very important component of your truck is wheels and tires. I do love the original Ford Alcoa wheels, and I believe the 1997 or before that the year that fits on those Dodges, and I got these wheels off Marketplace for, attention, $150. And thanks to the Firestone, I have new tires that do a phenomenal job on road, off-road, on snow, and even on ice. So I would say the truck ended up being roughly $15,000 for me with the purchase and all the upgrades and the small things I had to do, like I had to replace brakes and some vacuum lines. I had to put the decent stereo system, just to be able to enjoy the long rides. And of course the rear view camera that is currently not working. So enough about truck, let's go to the camper. It's a little hard to showcase the tiny little space, but I'll do my best. One of the most interesting parts is electrical setup. We have a lot going on here. This is the only work that I didn't do myself because I don't know much about DC systems, but we have 3000 watt inverter from Sungle Power. We also have their solar charge controller, and on the roof, we have 600 watt of solar. It's 6 panels, and they do a phenomenal job keeping the lights on. We also have shore power in the camper, and it's also charging from the truck itself. It doesn't much. It's not going to be compared to the solar panels, so that would not be able to survive without them. Down below, there is unfortunately impossible to see. There are 2 LiFePool batteries. 200 amps each, so we have 400 amps of power here. And this whole setup efficiently powered the fridge. Let me put down the lights a little bit. The microwave, the fridge, all the lights. I have a little vent here that's noisy, and I have a great fan here that does a phenomenal job. Also, of course, the pump. I kept the original panel from Bigfoot, and it works. It shows all the levels and the pump is functional. Also keeps on the fan in my Dickinson heater. What's so bright? As well as a hot water heater. That is probably the most new and a very exciting part for me, because I have a shower with hot water. I'm currently stirring some stuff here, but I do use showers sometimes. And you know, having hot water in a camper, and I think it's 35 or 40 gallon tank, is phenomenal. Another thing that is very important is the propane sensor, because most of the stuff in the camper is on propane, like this Rec Pro stove, my Dickinson heater, and obviously the water heater. And it used to be the original fridge here, so I repurposed the compartment. So the sleeping area is a full-size bed that potentially fit 2 people, and if I'm lucky enough, I might even find out. I put a brand new escape hatch that is, I believe, 26 inches wide versus 22 or 23 original one. Obviously all new lights everywhere. It was a lot of work here, so I had to take apart the whole thing and put the new plywood, reseal the windows, obviously the new mattress and stuff like that, because this area specifically traps a lot of moisture under the mattress, and there was a lot of mold. All the new trim and paint. I put some little things here to hold my stuff, and a little one for the books. Got that stuff in Goodwill for like a couple bucks. This thing I believe was original. It was for something else, but I kind of repurposed it. In terms of money, I believe I've spent around $15,000 to $20,000 on the camper restoration, and the camper is more or less ready for any kind of adventures. I mean, of course, this setup has its own limitations, simply because of the weight. Originally, this camper was around 1,300 pounds, and now I hope it stays around 15 because of the additions and like solar panels and power and stuff like that. So, which is still relatively lightweight, because most of the modern Bigfoot or Northern Line campers, they are 2,500 pounds. That is crazy, and you're not gonna go on any off-road adventures with a weight like that. But the thing is pretty capable. And I also bought a lot of parts from Marketplace, like the Dickinson heater. I just paid $300 for it. I think it was even $250. It needed the new fan because the original fan was shot, and I just got the new fan for $100 with the regulator, and it's a pretty easy fix. So I ended up spending $350 on $1,000 heater, and there were a lot of things like that. I've tried to save as much money as possible just to be able to finish it up before the summer. Yeah, and this project screams DIY some places, but I don't care. It does the job, and because in the NFL, it's all not about the rigs or the campers. It's about the experience that can provide with things you can do out there and people you can meet on the road.